Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in for another episode of Inside the Mind of a Marketer. And I've got with me today, I've got you are all going to love the three guests that we have on today. They're all dynamic and individuals and successful in the online space, and each of their different niches. Or do you say niche? Niche or niche?
Niche.
I like Nick.
Yes. Well, either way you say it, I've got some three dynamic speakers, and we're here today. And our topic, I'll tell you what we're talking about today. We're talking about marketing is not a choice. And if you're an entrepreneur that is running an online business, there are two things that will be constant, and that's marketing and selling. Today, we're really going to dig deep into the marketing part and explain to you that marketing is not something that you can set up once and just forget. You do have to constantly market. And the moment you stop marketing, it's like placing a plant indoors away from direct sunlight. The plants feed off of sunlight, and it's what they need to live and survive. And when they're put inside and starved of that essential element, it's going to wither away and die. And the same thing will happen with your marketing. If you deprive your business of that essential element, it will wither away and die. Marketing is not a choice. So we're going to go around our interviews today, and we have first, let's start off with the one on the panel here who is a leader in the online space. Let him introduce himself, but he's a leader in the online space, affiliate marketing, and MLM. I have pleasure to have him with us here today. His name is Mr. None other than Jason Laigo.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate that, brother. That's very, very kind words.
Jason. So tell us just a short version. Tell us about yourself.
Sure. Well, so I'm from Seattle, Washington, and I'm a dad I'm a big time into my family, and I got a wife and 5 kids, so I got a full house. And it's never a dull moment in my house, man. So I enjoy living the online lifestyle. It's definitely something that I love. My background's actually in corporate finance. I was a commercial banker for over 10 years, and I had clients basically who said, you know what, you need to go ahead and do your own thing. And I started with affiliate marketing, and now I'm doing coaching. But I love it. I've got my own products out there, but I absolutely love high ticket affiliate marketing, multi-level marketing. And like you said, I've kind of risen to some leaderboards and found some leadership and found some success in different platforms. So I don't deserve any of it. I really appreciate I'm humbled by it all, but it's been quite an adventure, my friend.
Nice. I think sometimes we might be the ones that don't recognize our own accomplishments and greatness. I'm often told that I'm often told that, Mark, I don't think you realize how much of an impact that you make or how much you really accomplish. So I always want to make sure that I recognize people for the accomplishments that they may not even pay attention to, because it could just be a normal part of you're just helping people, and that's what you do.
That's it.
Awesome, Jason. Awesome. And as we're going around here. The next person that we have here is, I met her in online. I think she commented on a couple of my YouTube videos, and we had some conversations back and forth, and it's blossomed into a really great online relationship, strictly professional. I love being in a community with people that are all like-minded. They are all like-minded entrepreneurs. They don't need to be motivated. They're already motivated. And she's an online influencer, has her own marketing agency, and she trailblazes her own path. I'd like to introduce you to Krystal Conley.
Thank you. Thank you. That was awesome. Thank you so much, Mark. It is a pleasure to be on here. And yeah, so I've been in the online space for just a little over a year. It's still relatively new because I'm always learning something every day. But it has been a lot of fun. I've learned so much. And I've gotten this far because I've taken the time to not just learn some things, but also build the right people around me, reach out for mentorship, having the connections that I have with Jason and April. I wouldn't be here. That's so important, you know. Um, so yeah, I've just trailblazing my own path and kind of coming up with my own products for the newbies out there who've kind of would have made will make similar mistakes that a lot of people make coming into the online space and looking at network marketing and affiliate marketing as a way to make money online and to have that lifestyle of freedom that we also we strive for, and so it has been a lot of fun, and I'm super excited to be here. So thank you.
Oh, you're totally welcome. You're totally welcome, Krystal. It's a pleasure, and I know that just in a matter of weeks here, we will probably actually meet in person.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that, and that whole connection thing. And just from what I've seen, I know that I want you to remember me when you are one of these huge influencers. Just remember us small people, please.
How could I forget? Jason does the same thing to me. I'm the one who's looking up to you guys, so I don't know.
Yes. Hey, Jason, when the student becomes the teacher.
Right.
Yes, yes.
I'm looking forward to that. That's right. That's what I told her too. When you blow up, just remember me.
Yes. And they say that you save the best for last. And that could be the same in this case, because the third person that we have here on the panel is it's one thing to be an online marketer and being able to juggle your business life and your family life. And I know, Jason, you've got a lot of family at home too, but a single mother of two, not of two. And she spent years in the skincare and the cosmetic distribution, but her love is truly in the MLM space. And when it comes to MLM, she is the person that can be turned to for all things MLM. Am I exaggerating, April?
I appreciate everything that you're saying. You're very good. Thank you so very much.
Yes, and tell us a little about yourself.
Well, as you said, mother of two. They're both in potty training stages right now, so that could be a full-time job all on its own. I'm currently in the skincare and cosmetics industry, which I absolutely love. And it's an MLM, which is something that I want to continue with. It has given me the freedom that I want with my kids and, my family outside of that, which is, that's so huge. That's so huge. And being able to make your own life, really, not just schedule, but your own life is major. So having the opportunity to do what I love and share it with people and give them the opportunity to include themselves with it is like the reason why I wake up in the morning. As for personal, I live in Barrie, Ontario in Canada. And I honestly spend a lot of time working on myself and my kids' future. That's That's all of life right now.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Awesome. I I could definitely relate. I could definitely relate. That is when you can do something that you love and you can help others in the it's a win-win-win situation.
Yeah.
That is beauty. It's interesting how many people will go in life doing something that really doesn't bring them joy,
Mhm.
but it's just to pay the bills. But when you can do that, I applaud you for that, April. That makes you uh that makes you probably braver than this. Okay, this percentage is just coming out of the my percentage, so it hasn't been confirmed. 20%, you're in the top 20%.
I wouldn't disagree with that. I'd probably agree with that.
Yes, yes. I have a friend that always tells me, where did you get that percentage from? so so it's not an official, it's not from the Bureau of Labor Statistics or anything. It's just my best guess. But thank you all, thank you all for being here today. And let's dig right in. We're really going to make 3 points that we're going to cover around marketing. And that first point that we want to talk about right now, and I'll I'll start, and then we'll just go around and let everyone have their story and their experience in that part of the marketing. And that first point is that um, you know I have people that sometimes will say to me that well, I have a bot that does my marketing for me. I've heard someone say I've got taco bot. Say I don't have to do marketing. I have a taco bot. Anybody heard of a taco bot before?
Yeah, I've heard of it. I don't understand it.
Yeah, a taco bot. And I said, what? I said, what? And it said, I don't have to do marketing. But the truth is that you do have to market. The choice is that you have two choices when it comes to your marketing. And that is either pay for something or someone else to do the marketing for you, or do the marketing yourself.
Mhm.
If you do, well, let me ask, I want to just take a quick poll of those listening out there. If you do the marketing yourself, hashtag one somewhere around the video. If you pay for marketing, give me a hashtag three. How about that? Not a hashtag two, but a hashtag three. Hashtag one if you have someone do the marketing for you. Hashtag three if you do the marketing yourself. I want to get a feel for how people are doing their marketing. And so I hear people say, I don't pay for marketing. I have a bot do it for me. But the truth is that you're paying something or someone to do it for you. And I think the problem comes when the you're not a professional marketer and you take on this task of doing the marketing yourself. So what are your thoughts?
Couldn't agree more. Marketing is it's an action word, and it's something that you've absolutely got to take action on. I think that marketing, the big point in marketing is that the lifeblood of any business are leads. And if you don't have leads coming in, then you're not going to have, no one gets paid until a sale is made, right? And so if you don't have leads to come in to convert, guess what? Sales don't follow. And so I couldn't agree with you more, my friend. And marketing is definitely something that you got to take action on for sure.
Yeah, I would definitely second that. And I think it's the best way to learn when you're doing the marketing yourself. My whole year, has been heavily a lot on organic marketing. And, yeah, we'll hear that it takes a little bit longer. But, once the momentum is there, it's long term and the relationships that are built because of it. Um, just last a lot better than, a done for you from something else or someone else. Wiping your hands clean. It just adds on the ability of, becoming more of a professional at what you do, and owning it. And there's just something about taking ownership about that you, if you're truly going to be a marketer, that you really want to take on and be serious about. So
Yes. Yeah,
There's
marketing is, it's not all that bad.
No, not at all.
Yes, not bad. I love it.
yeah.
there's so much truth to it all the way around, but being aware of it, I think, is really huge. I really love how Krystal said, long term. That's huge. There's a difference. Like there's nothing wrong. What I'm doing right now is I have people that are providing my marketing in a lot of my areas. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And I am in love with it because obviously it saves me time in between everything else that I have to do. And there's a lot of things that I have to put on pause to deal with what's right in front of me at home. So when somebody else provides it for me, it's absolutely a win-win. But when Krystal said long term, that strikes me, because I also think that creating your own is so super important, because you should be branding yourself if you have any intention on making it long term. And I don't mean like, picking a whole bunch of names and sitting down and coloring things to make them pretty. I mean, making yourself presentable in the space.
Mm-hmm.
And that is marketing right there, is bringing yourself to the table. So it's important all the way around. It just depends on where you want to get started, but stick to it. Like you said, you have to do it.
Ooh,
That's good right there.
good point. Yes, you're spitting some super knowledge there today.
She's dropping
Truth.
science.
It's all truth, right?
Dropping science over there.
Yes. I love the organic. So Krystal's the one and April is a 3, having someone do it for you. But there are I didn't say either was right or wrong, but
That's right.
there are 2 options there. It's either 2 options, especially unless you want your business to, as Jason said, it's the lifeblood. And if you don't have leads coming into the business, you can't make sales. And
Bottom line.
yes,
Bottom line.
leads definitely don't come in. Well, can anyone think of leads coming in without marketing?
Not particularly.
Not really, because even if it's a word of mouth, a lot of people don't think of it's still marketing. Even if you're sharing with your best friend or a family member, it's still marketing.
There was silence.
Somebody told them about it. That's marketing right there. But
you've communicated a message.
Mm-hmm.
You've communicated a message. There was silence. If there's silence amongst all these years of experience, not 1 point. Cool. All right. So the next point we want to make about marketing is that it is a learned skill. It is a learned skill. Now, from the research that I've done, at least on a lot of entrepreneurs that I meet online, is that the majority of them don't have the money or have limited budgets to pay for their marketing. And I think I made this point that a lot of the problem is that they're not marketers by profession. They're health and fitness coaches. They sell products, they'll sell services, but they aren't marketers by profession. And marketing is a skill that you learn through years of study and trial and error. When you look at some of the really great marketers out there, they make it look so easy. They make it seem effortlessly, but those skills aren't developed overnight. Some entrepreneurs, I think, will look and they see the success that other great, really great marketers are having and think that they can just slap up an ad or slap up a webinar and have the same success, or just post on social media and get floods of customers knocking at their door, throwing their credit cards, like making it rain like that. But then when they try those things and they don't work out, they might be left thinking that, you know, they're left, okay, you think you can learn marketing in a weekend. They think marketing is posting a few things on social media, set and forget, and they think they can pay for these automated systems, when the reality is that it is a learned skill. And I always tell a story about, okay, so you wouldn't expect to learn how to fly a plane over a weekend, right? And you wouldn't expect to get 365 days of instructions on flying a plane and be able to fly a plane that next week. And you also wouldn't expect that a plane to fly completely on autopilot either. So, and the same thing applies with marketing. And you know, you might say, Mark, that's flying a plane. You can't compare flying a plane or learning to fly a plane to learning marketing. Absolutely right. I agree with you 1,000%. Learning marketing isn't as difficult as flying a plane. Learning marketing doesn't take as long as learning to fly a plane. But the beauty and possibility with marketing is that you can make more money marketing than you can as a professional pilot. Just let that sink in. When you get great at marketing, people pay you top dollars. We've all heard of $100,000 days, right? Yep. Have you ever heard of pilots making $100,000 in a day? No. Not likely at all. Let me ask you all's experience, because I'll go on talking for hours, okay? But let me ask you all's experience with marketing, with you and learning the skills to market.
Well, how I did it was, first took it upon myself to do what it takes to learn it. So that required a little bit of research on my end and doing my due diligence to make sure. It's kind of like looking for a school where you can get your education from. What's going to be the best environment and place for you to learn something that you're going to be able to take on. So that's kind of what I did here, and ended up finding, a high ticket affiliate marketing program to get into, to learn the basics of affiliate marketing and some of the things that go along with online marketing. At that point, it's how quickly you're ready to learn and how quickly you want to take off, how quickly you want to respond to the information you're given. And I think that'll be different for every person. But I know for me, specifically, I hit the ground running. I did not waste time from learning the information and then converting it to getting actual results. I went and took the time to get more resources, to look for peers and a mentor. That's how I found Jason, asking questions, with the information surrounding doing everything that I'm reading on top of asking the questions along the way, to make sure that I'm creating a sustainable foundation, and it's not just me taking on information and knowledge but then not doing anything with it. My intent was to create a business around it, and so my drive was to do absolutely that, and just take on the information and then apply it, take on the information and then apply it, and it wasn't perfect, but I made sure the best way I could that it was perfected, so whenever I reached out for help, bringing someone in my world, that they could see what I was trying to do and then knew exactly where to take me from there. So that way, I was seeing my vision come to life,
That's awesome. That's awesome. Do you think there's something that accelerated your your marketing knowledge, your skills in marketing?
I think part of it was taking the initiative to have the attitude of, whatever it cost, and then be willing to be willing to learn, just having the attitude that that you're going to take on something that you've never done before, and will you do whatever it takes. I mean, and that attitude and being consistent with it is really what accelerated. So it didn't matter if there were obstacles in the way or a learning curve. It didn't matter. It's I still moved forward, and pretty quickly. And so now it was more of like, okay, what's next? What's next? It was the attitude. What's next? Okay. What's next? So yeah.
I love that. I love that. That's awesome. I love it. I love it. Obstacles. What's an obstacle?
Nothing really.
What's an obstacle?
An
What is
obstacle,
that? What is an obstacle?
it's an opportunity to overcome something.
Yeah.
Learning
Challenge
experience.
taken. Yeah.
It's probably more what we see as an obstacle.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's all about
definitely.
for sure. It's all about perception.
Yes. Yes. And yes. Jason?
Yeah, man. As far as marketing being a learned skill, I couldn't agree with you more, because when you think about marketing, what it always comes down to is one word, and that's test. Test, test, right? So, I mean, you're going to do that. And I don't care if you're getting started or if you're an accomplished person like yourself and myself. I mean, it always comes down to testing. You end up testing everything and every little thing until you can't test anymore. And that reality, that never happens. Like, you're always testing something. As a result, you're always learning something, and it helps you perfect your craft. You made a good point earlier about how you're talking about how some people, maybe because they lack the budget, that, in my opinion, that's the perfect time for you to jump in and try to learn marketing, because now you'll find out exactly what works. Because on the flip side of that, there's a lot of people who think, and you made this point earlier, it's brilliant. You got other people who think that if they just throw money at something and put up an ad, all of a sudden it's just going to just rain the chips in. And that doesn't work either, because, marketing is so much more than just a Facebook ad or this kind of an ad. The fact is, you have to learn how to put a proper offer together. What's your follow-up sequence like? Is your marketing, are you really good at building up noise and building up pressure before launching? All of these are dynamics that you have to consider. And then if you find out that you've got an offer that doesn't sell, with no cash, with no ads behind it, guess what? When you throw money behind it, all of a sudden you got money down the toilet. If it can't sell organically, it's not going to sell with paid ads, and you got a bigger problem.
Yes. Oh, I agree, Jason. I don't know. It might have been less painful if they just threw the money in a pile and just lit it up. It's probably less painful. What? I don't think that, I think a lot of people come into, what would you say to someone out there that is having difficulty with their, with learning marketing? April, what would you say to someone that's having difficulty learning the skill of marketing?
I'm so glad that you asked that, because Jason has the experience through and through of creation. I feel like it's almost in his blood, but he had to learn it, obviously, so he's proof. Krystal is physically doing that with the hunger and the drive, and she is using every second of her day that she has as an opportunity to do exactly that. Whereas I'm coming from, I was widowed, unfortunately, and now going from one income, and I was pregnant, and I had my firstborn. I was on maternity leave, but once maternity leave came for my second one, they didn't give it to me because I wasn't at work. So I literally had zero income, but I continued to dive into this. So somebody who's struggling or says that they can't do it, or it's going to be difficult, or I don't have it in me, or what, you're absolutely right. Then don't. Because if you hold on to that, you're not going to get anywhere. You need the drive and the hunger that Krystal has. You need the, faith that Jason has that it is going to work, and you're going to keep going. You're going to keep learning. So for me personally, I took advantage of every penny that I had to pay somebody to do the marketing for me to get it off the ground. But I used that marketing and learned from it by kind of doing some copycat, kind of making it my own. And then, once you learn that it makes sense to do it on your own, you will automatically make the right decisions in the direction of, okay, what is it going to take for me to make it on my own, for me to do it and create it on my own? And that ends up turning into, paying for the coaching and the mentorship rather than paying for the marketing and creating your own. And I am learning, and I'm learning every day. And as much as I'm doing it presently and it is working, it doesn't change the fact that I'm going to keep learning, because everything changes. Everything's moving, people's attention span is changing. The colors that you should use mentally are changing. So you're constantly learning. It's not just, should I or shouldn't I? You just do. That's the action. And that's the bottom line, in my opinion, for somebody who's, struggling at all. You got to get out of that first. You're not going to get anywhere if you keep saying you're struggling. That's my personal opinion, because I've been there. I've been there, and I had to get out of it or I wouldn't be here.
That's like drop the mic. You shouldn't. that's you just
bye y'all.
Oh, look.
There's Jason. That's it.
Was that a gold mic?
It's a little old school.
I like that. Oh my gosh, that's key. You shouldn't just sit there wondering, just do it. That's the only way you're going to learn is, and I love the way Jason put it, because Jason didn't say that you fail. He didn't say you fail. He said you learn something. Because a lot of times you're going to try, he said, you try things, and then you learn. He didn't say fail. That word didn't come out of his mouth. He said you learn things, and that's what you have to do. I believe. I hear a lot of people that are stuck, and a lot of people will say, I just can't see any results. And you ask them, just ask that little deeper question. Okay, what have you tried? Well, I sent 3 messages. I sent 4 messages. My friend, you don't have enough data to make any decisions by just sending 4 messages.
Right.
When you send 100 messages, when you send 200 messages, that's when you start getting that real data, and you're able to adjust your, look, you see this right here? That's my side to side. But you can adjust things about what you're saying, adjust things in your speech, adjust things in your tone, how you say things, the way you say things, but if you don't have that practice to actually see where there might be a disconnect, then you're not going to make progress. That's my 2 cents. I'm sorry, told y'all talk all day.
I agree, though. I completely agree with you.
Yeah, and I liked what April said. To the whole copycat thing. There are people out there who have proven that online marketing works, success online works. And so you just need to find someone that you can watch and mimic what they do. And again, go back to asking questions, and hopefully you will find someone out there who isn't, dismissive and just so busy that they can't do what an entrepreneur is set out to do, which is problem and solution based, and then be a marketer and educate and bring value when someone really wants to know how it works. So yeah, you take the time to follow some people and just watch and ask questions. So April hit it right on the nail with that, the whole copycat thing. And when it's right, and when I say copycat, I don't mean like literally like steal, what someone does. What I'm talking about is you mimic, like your children would with their parents. You mimic the techniques, and you find what works, because this is like the foundation of marketing that everyone uses before everyone branches off to make it their own in their own unique way.
I'm pretty sure that after we've finished, that there'll be some people that will be following and mimicking you, Krystal.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
The best things they can do is follow Krystal.
Yeah, yeah. I've been following Krystal. I hope you are too. I've been following her. Yeah, that's how we met. You've got a great way of connecting with people. I believe you've got a great way of connecting with people. And I just want to commend you with that, because there, you made a point, Krystal, that hopefully the person that you reach out to is accepting to help you, but don't reach out and be annoying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't reach out. There's a way to reach out to actually start to build a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a completely another topic that we could go on for for a while.
Yeah, and I have to, how I met Jason was, I was exactly what I'm talking about, looking for someone who walks the walk, not just someone who is talking it, but someone who has some credibility in what I could actually see on, that platform that they're using, which was Facebook, his IG account. I could see that he was consistent with it. And so when I went to him, I didn't just go and ask like, how do I do affiliate marketing? Or, I want to know how to make money online. No, I was already involved in a marketing program. I have had enough information to say I've tried XYZ and followed this routine blueprint that they gave me, and I want to know why it didn't work for me. Tell me what I did wrong. Because I did this, this, and this. I had data to give Jason. I showed him what I did so he could look at not only how much work I've done, but he could see the type of person I was when it came to wanting to manifest something on my own, wanting to learn on my own, wanting to walk this walk of an entrepreneur. I had information there. So I think a lot of marketers, when they're annoyed because they are not, it doesn't appear the person looks serious. It's like, oh, I just want the satisfaction of making money online and doing something new, but you haven't really come across as someone, a proven person that shows that they respect the online industry and what it takes. Mm-hmm. And so they get blocked, they get ignored. They just get the simple link to go follow and sign up and give me your money kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But I really think that if you come with the presence of, I take this seriously and this is what I have so far, a very good mentor, a very good marketer should be able to look at that and say, okay, this is what I can do for you. This is what I got, and help you connect the dots. You shouldn't be dismissed.
That's yes. Right. Oh man, that's what you do very well, Krystal. That's what you do very well. Yes, because as the that person that you're following and that's doing very well, they are because they're doing so well. That means that there are several people that are probably reaching out to them. And if you're listening and you want to reach out to anyone on this panel, make sure that you have reach out to them with some facts, some data. Your chances of getting a response, I would say they go up dramatically. Do you agree?
Yes, absolutely.
Jason, you were gonna, okay.
Yeah, I was going to say absolutely. You know, as a mentor, as someone who is a leader or what have you, you know, when someone looks up to you and comes to you with something, it's always frustrating when you ask them, okay, what have you done yet? And their answer is nothing, because I don't know where to get started. It's like, well, now it's not the time for you to come at me, right? Versus again, like what Krystal did. If you've taken actions and you've got data, you can show me the documented things that you've done. Now we got something to talk about, you know. But if you've got nothing yet, you know, it's just the nature of the business. Mentors and leaders don't tend to be very generous in that regard. You know, we watch our time. It's I don't want to sound condescending in any way, because the reality is everyone needs help and everyone, you know, kind of needs some guidance here. But the truth of the matter is, if I got to take time from my marketing efforts, you know, in my business to help you in yours, you have to make it worth both our whiles. And you're not doing that if you don't have anything to show me. So I like action takers, and that's why I had no problem working with Krystal and April, because they're massive action takers, and that's what it's about right there.
Oh yes, oh yes. Oh my gosh, I think there's more action in this square right here than I've seen in any UFC arena over the past year. Not that I watch UFC.
I do.
You do?
Oh, I'm always having parties in my house.
Yeah, and those fights usually last, well, I don't know. I'm not sure how long they last. But oh my goodness. Yeah, we went off a little bit there. But I love the conversation. I love the conversation. The last point we want to make is that the last point I want to make is that I think that you need, like I said, marketing is not a choice, and I think you have to market or die. You market in your business or die. I think that we have all seen and know that just because you've created a solution doesn't mean that you know how to communicate it to the marketplace. And there are wonderfully crappy products out there that have powerful marketing messages and they dominate. And there are also wonderful products out there that never see the light of day because their marketing messages just suck. So just because you have a good product or service that you think people want, it doesn't mean that you communicate it in a way that's going to have others want to either join or pay.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's just it. That's it. And sometimes, you know, even in the area of creating your own product, like I've done recently, there's trial and error and testing, you know, that like Jason said, you're always doing as the marketer to make sure that the message is right, that you're looking, you know, you're at the right target audience. You know, there's just always something that you're learning, and I've gotten to even experience myself. And to be honest with you, it's a little bit of the woes, but it's also fun because you're not failing, you're still being successful. You get to tweak it along the way, and as you're looking back, you really just see it perfecting your craft. You just are becoming a better marketer. And that's what it's really all about.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. It's fun. I have to agree with you. Have you any experience with seeing a product that is less than when we've all looked at products or others and said, oh my gosh, why is that product? You know what? I actually have an example here, okay?
Oh, do tell.
You know, I was out at my pool this weekend, and Yeah, it was a good time this weekend, and I'm always in the mindset of marketing, 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 marketing. And I'm looking and I saw this product that someone else brought out there to the pool. And I thought, what a freaking, what a crappy idea. But they've got a great marketing message. Are you ready to see it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I hope it's not backwards, but take a look at this right here. Can you see that?
Ultimate booty
Ultimate
sculpt.
booty.
Oh my gosh. Let me tell you what's included. Let me show you what's included. A bag, some discs, and a piece of rubber band.
It's a complete set right there.
And a rubber band. Is this a good marketing message or what?
I guess so. It seems like it's.
But let me ask, do they know their target market or what?
It's the right topic there. People want some strong glutes.
Come on, if it's working for you.
They've got their target market dialed in. Yeah, I don't know if there's women out there that want a sculpted booty.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I hope it's not a sensitive subject for anyone.
Yeah.
No.
But
I think
you can learn
being
things.
specific is important.
Yeah.
That's kind of the whole point. I mean, on this side of the learning curve, we use the word avatar a lot. And you have to know who you're talking to. You have to know who your avatar is, who your lead, who you want your lead to be. And when you go as specific as that, it does change the game in your marketing, and it helps you take more action because you know what you're leaning towards. So, agree or disagree, and the products can be amazing or not. That's such a big thing, is when you're getting the attention of the eyes that you want, right?
Yes. Do you think it's a good marketing message, Jason?
Well, I wouldn't buy it, but clearly somebody is. Excuse me. One example, if I can give, you asked about examples of maybe some things that sold like crazy because the marketing was dialed in that were just completely useless. Was back in the 70s, they had something called a pet rock, and the pet rock was ridiculous. But do you know that in 1 year they sold over 1 million pet rocks at $4 a piece? Because they created an entire marketing message around them. They marketed it to people who wanted pets, but maybe couldn't have, because allergies with animals or whatever, and didn't want to have animals in their house. And they sold pet rocks, but in 1 year, over $4 million. And they created an entire campaign around them where they even included books on how to care for your pet rock. I look back on that and think, what a useless, worthless piece of trash. But they pulled it off, and it was brilliant, and you can't argue with it,
Yes.
Well, they found their target, right? They knew where they were going and how to market it. So they did, and it obviously succeeded. Oh my goodness.
Yes. When you have a powerful marketing message will cut through a lot of noise, and it will turn it'll turn a crappy product, a pet rock, into a huge seller. A huge seller. And I'm sorry if I offended anyone, but if I offended anyone showing booty sculpting, then forget about it. Oh well. Yeah, but if that message is, when it's put in front of the right person, I tell my friends, I said, you don't really have to create desire. You don't create the desire. The desire is already there. When you put your product in front of them with the right message that solves that problem, then that's when your marketing is dialed in, super dialed in. And I love it. I love it. That's that's my final words about marketing is that I love it. I just love it. I love the communication part about it. I love um, I love I think I even love what marketing does for other people
Mhm.
because I think it can be designed to make others feel better about themselves and
Mhm.
also provide a solution for them to be in a better position than they are currently in.
Mhm.
Yes.
And,
Absolutely.
and as final thoughts, we'll start with April.
Well, first off, thank you. This has been a lot of fun. But for the whole topic, I think that we've covered.
There he is.
Okay, I disconnected there for a second.
That's all right. We got
Um, April was saying, the last I heard was April was talking about the video was good. Okay.
We've covered a lot, and I think that's I mean, my final thoughts on the whole thing is that people should be asking questions. If you're watching this, you probably already are, and that's a great start to getting into moving forward with your marketing. Just keep asking those questions, keep up with the mental marketer, do all of these things that's going to bring you forward to your success. If you want it, you keep going because this stuff, it does work. And there's proof right here in this whole entire talk.
Awesome.
Right.
Awesome. Mr. Ligo?
Well, again, thank you very much, sir. This has been very fun, enlightening, and it's nice to just be around other marketers and talk shop, right? I mean, I've enjoyed every bit of it, even if we are talking about booty sculptors and pet rocks. But I would just say my final words are, don't stop marketing. Marketing is in any business, whatever business you're in the marketing business, and I don't care what it comes down to. I mean, if you're, like I said earlier, no one gets paid until a sale is made, and there's no sales without leads, and there's no leads without marketing. That really is the formula. That's the basic and the simple of it. And so whatever business you're in the marketing business. So take a hold of it, take ownership of it. And whether you're doing it yourself or you're leveraging things like automation and delegation by way of other people to get it done, make sure that you're controlling it and staying with it, because that way the marketing is either done by you, for you, and most importantly, in spite of you. Because we all know that there's other things that can distract you, but it's got to be done. And if it's not done, then ain't no one having fun, right?
In spite of you. Ooh. I bet you weren't expecting to see a booty sculpting kit, right? Hey, that's marketing.
Good. Good.
That was some good marketing right there.
Now you'll be thinking about it. You know what? And I'll let
Go look it up.
What'd you say?
I'm gonna at least look it up.
Now let's wrap it up for us, Krystal.
Thank you again for having me on, my team on. It's been great, and I think it just all ties back into, if you are gonna come into the online space in the world of marketing, if you are going to be an entrepreneur of any niche, be prepared to market, because marketing is the blood, and you will be doing some selling. You will be communicating with people, and it's not as hard as what it looks. You just have to know what you're getting into. And once you realize that you will be building relationships with people, communicating, connecting with people, you're more than halfway there. You're more than halfway there. So
Awesome. Well, thanks for you all being here. It's been an absolute pleasure, a super pleasure, having you all sharing with the community here. And I'll make sure to leave all of your contact information so everyone that's listening and watching this episode can follow you all. So till next time, we'll talk to you soon. Bye.